I'm the Executive Vice President of Talent Transportation, Mr. Ron Bronchitis, and this is an IWT Extra. And I'm being joined by Brent Harmonier.
Hi. Very
And
heel.
in a CW World title. This is the world title. It's Loud Styles.
It's a great day to be the NSCW champion.
No, you're the I fucked up the company name. Great, I'm sued.
Okay,
I knew.
here comes Matt Icord. He's great. And so,
Wow, Ultra Slim Fast really worked for him.
Yes, it did. He lost a lot of weight. I heard he became slimmer. And he's
Yeah,
ready for this match.
Yeah, but unfortunately, he's gonna gain the weight back after the match by hitting that all-you-can-eat buffet downtown.
And now he's saluting all the Homer maniacs or homosexuals. I'm not too sure what he calls them these days.
I talked to Homer
at that.
backstage today, and he said he was training at Long John Silver's.
Yeah, he's really good at the shrimp pool.
And who is this? Oh my god!
Goat with no ears? Ew,
Oh my god!
goat!
that a goat with no
Devil
ears?
crap. He will suck your soul out, devil goat.
I don't want my
Don't
soul
look
to
into
be
his
sucked out.
eyes. Don't look into his eyes. Oh, I can't help it.
I
I'm
can't
looking
help
into
it.
his
I'm
eyes.
looking
Oh my god, yay! It's an orange Bible. Someone gave this to me. I'm so happy. Oh my god!
Where did we transport this guy from?
This beautiful water. I want to
from
touch
the
it
Jersey
so
Shore.
It feels so good. Cow.
You didn't know he was from New Jersey.
Saliva.
I knew that.
No idea.
I scouted you.
Oh my god, what the hell
Oh
is
god,
Oh my
no.
god, fire.
beautiful?
Jesus.
Now I suddenly want a Long John Silver's burger.
Oh my god, it's even Santos. Or I'm not sure what it's called these days.
Looked like he grew his
Why
hair
did you
out.
have
His ketchup.
I have no
Since
idea
when
why
did we
he has
hire
a
Connor
lower-
Wine?
Is it Connor Wine? I'm not sure.
This is one sexy
Why
theme
does
song.
he have this great
Oh no, it's Sprite. Never mind.
Right. He's also a sprinter, a long-distance sprinter. How did you had a man with Sprite?
That's right, we've had a
How
best
did it?
of... That's true, we did have a best of series, and he still hasn't beaten me and gotten my title yet.
I thought you were the title.
Well, I do have the title, but I'm pretty much laughing him.
Didn't he beat you in a basketball game?
I don't know. My memory's...
Don't know.
I don't know what you're talking about, good sir.
Oh, you won the basketball match. You had Allen Iverson on your team. That's what you won. And, oh my god, who is this? Coca-Cola can.
Holy crap. Everyone prepare to be buried.
That's perfect. He's a
Under
former
some of that cherry
SEX
pop
winner.
cola.
That's right. He was the season 2 winner of SEX. He was the greatest at ever. Everyone knows EFED. It's SEX. Suspect
Nothing's better than
extreme.
sex.
Already, this is shaping up to be a very interesting match.
Yes, it is.
Who else is going to be in this sex fest?
I'm not sure.
Like, I know there was a graphic at the start, but I kind of blinked and missed it.
There's only one more person. Possibly could come in the bench. I forget who it is because I'm old and I have diabetes.
Oh no.
That's alright.
You can't enjoy cola.
And he spits out some of that crystal cola. Getting a sheet pop from these fans here.
That's like to the Nemo's finisher, the pop.
Exactly.
Use that faggot as
pop
tie.
everywhere.
Who's the guy in the ring that's not talking? He's got a microphone.
I'm not sure. I'm not sure who that angle is, but he's no.
Oh shit.
Oh, wow.
This got interesting.
He's the savior of all cause.
Oh my.
Yes. Right. He is the savior of all cause.
And he's representing the Blue World Order.
But he is. Of course, we all remember what happened in the last episode of IWC. When he helped Biff win the world title.
Probably the biggest swerve in IWT history.
That is
Exactly.
right.
He was a man.
Danny Jackpot always coming in looking like $1 million.
He's taking over.
Oh my
What?
god.
That Titantron's a little awkward.
What the hell is that Titantron? I don't understand. It's so scary.
I'm pretty sure this is Jertangle.
Why do we have an
That
announcer?
Titantron was Kurt
Never had an
Angle
announcer before this.
Apparently, he brought his own gutter slut to be a ring announcer. Titantron's still there. Wait, I thought it was a female. Fuck. What happened to the guy's voice?
I'm not sure.
Wow.
He has a very girly voice because it's actually called Ginger. He's a ring announcer.
Anyone who is here to watch IWT for the first time, why did you click on this video?
Exactly.
Why did you do it? You doomed us all.
And now the match
So the
begins.
crowd is very excited.
I don't know what
That's
the
the guy
hell's
that
going
said
on.
you suck.
Oh, really? Enlighten us, King.
I can tell you right now, this is gonna be there's gonna be a lot of action going on in this match.
I know who's going to win.
It'll be very hard to call.
Why do we have Jerry Laura coming in?
Jerry Law, have another fucking heart attack.
He reversed it.
Oh, that's
Why do we have
Too
Jim
soon.
Ross too? I don't understand.
He's not going to get caught with that one.
Why do we have extra commentators on this team? This team is already stacked.
You have 5-person commentary now.
Jesus.
Shut up, JR.
Because
Wait a minute. Cover 1, 2. No. It looks like Sprite took a pin off of Coca-Cola can.
Sprite versus Cola.
The age-old battle.
like,
It looks like Danny Jackpot's taking the ride.
that's right, he is. I don't understand why he has to talk about his Oklahoma ass. He should take his ass and go back to Oklahoma then.
I don't get any of this. Oh! Danny Jackpot with a nice DDT.
It could have been a cash out, and I'm not too sure.
I don't think that was the cash out. Devil Goat took a shot off of Danny Jackpot and... Wait a minute! Sheep Pop!
Oh my god, they're in the G-Pop!
1, 2, 3, already.
You can't ever count on these fans, JR. They're
Already, Sprite has been eliminated.
Poor Sprite.
Well, all I can say is someone's been
Sprite
I feel
eliminated by
sorry for him.
Cheap
It's
Pop.
a too. Yeah, that lowrider.
to exercise the right of free speech. God bless the First Amendment, JR.
Yes, God bless that First Amendment, by the way.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, I love it. And Devil Goat is giving Kurt Angle a beating. It looks like there's a 2-on-1 assault on Danny Jackpot.
Okay, I'm not gonna lie, I have no idea what the First Amendment is. I'm obviously not American.
You're obviously not anything.
Neither
Frank.
do I.
Chill.
Come on, JR. He's a three.
I
Wait a
come
minute.
from New Jersey also. That's not America.
What a reversal.
No, it's a garbage dump. It's been proven.
It's second Italy.
But with actual non-Guida or Italians.
This one's gonna go. What are you talking about, King? I think this is still an extremely competitive match that could go either way. You know, JR, it's obvious that the only
And this match is great.
this
I'm not too sure what the actual goal of the match is.
their superstar.
Stuff
Look at
and
this.
competition.
Wow. Could you be
Look at Matt Icorn with that spiral power bomb. Danny Jackpot and
What a heel.
Icorn have-
this red? I can't believe
That's-
you
oh.
that. Well, you might not like
Matt
it, JR,
Icorn just threw Devil Goat into Coca-Cola and a big choke slam.
It's the other way around.
I agree with what the crowd is chanting, JR, but I guess it's their right. You're damn right it is. It comes at the price of admission.
Thank you for correcting me.
I've got to say, JR,
I'm surprised that Devil Goat didn't go for the cover.
would you not be, King?
I'm surprised about a lot of things in this match.
In all
I'm surprised that Matt Icorn can actually go 5 minutes without tiring himself out.
It's been a great match so far.
This is for a brand new IWT title that I only just made up called the Long John Silver's Memorial title.
I wish the ref would actually pay
Oh my
attention
God.
to what's going on.
The winner of this match gets a big shiny gold belt and a $20 gift card to Long John Silver's.
I think it's great that SmackDown
And,
signed Pirate for
oh my God, 20 done. Quite a lot. Goodbye, lots of Long John to do that.
Hope it doesn't lead to a discrimination.
And
You
oh,
can tell that Homer really wants
Cheap
this.
Pop.
King, but don't try to sell Paul Brooks short. This kid's a hell of a hand in the ring. And he's got a bright future ahead of him.
And it's over for Angle.
That's right, it is over for Angle. Coca-Cola Can has just eliminated 2 people in this matchup. He has eliminated Sprite and Kurt Angle.
So who's your favorite, guys?
Congratulate SmackDown for
I have to go with Danny Jackpot.
Why?
Everybody's favorite.
Kurt Angle's one of the greatest superstars in the
Okay, then Loudon, who's
Why
your
would
favorite?
you not go for Danny?
business. To ECW.
He's the most dangerous superstar always.
I don't
Why
know.
put him up over Joe?
Boy, when you look at these
Well, I don't
superstars,
know, Brent. I don't know. That's I could this.
that Raw is the dominant. He's got that submission.
I'm gonna have to go with Matt Icorn because obviously he wants that Long John Silver's more than anyone in this match.
He's all fired up
I
now,
mean, you
King.
could actually
No.
lost the. Oh, 1, 2, 3. Devil Goat is eliminated. Matt Icorn.
And see, that's exactly what I'm talking about. Matt Icorn wants that Long John Silver's.
I mean, he did lose a couple of pounds just so he could fill back up on Long John Silver.
Quite frankly,
You know how Matt gets if it's a spur. Oh, Coca-Cola Can, Cheap Pop.
oh come on.
That move's in my fave 5.
There is the cheap up.
Fans by talking up whoever they're
Could be
My
over
man,
for Matt Icorn. But no, he goes for Danny.
which is more than I can say.
And Danny makes him pay with a power driver.
That was a vicious pile driver.
Yes, it was.
WWE
What a
fans
pile
Oh
driver.
my
praise
God.
me as often as they do.
Matt Icorn with
Shades of Lance
Oh
Storm.
no! Most vicious move in IWT history, the single leg Boston Crab.
And it's over for Danny.
The most, oh
Matt
my,
Icorn showing that limited submission
You
skill.
I think we're going to find out just how much punishment the human body can withstand here tonight. I think you're right, King. These superstars seem
the most
incapable
dangerous
of
move in
submission.
IWT history.
Any way
Oh, fuck. God, no.
we're going to see a tap out right here. I think
Looks like Matt Icorn is about inches away from not ever getting that $20 gift card at Long John Silver's.
Go again, looks impressive again.
Sometimes I get exhausted.
Oh, when you
That
next
Icorn
year.
fucked them.
I know what you mean, JR. I don't think most people appreciate what incredible athletes these WWE superstars really
And they're
are.
staring each other down now. Oh, what a high knee.
To be able to do what they do.
You said Heine.
For the very
You
high
gotta
knee.
keep moving. No dog ever peed on a moving car. Oh, that's a lovely
And
image, King.
attacking the legs.
Where you come up with this stuff,
30% attacking the legs.
I want to know, quite frankly.
He's a slippery dip? Holy fuck, he's children's play equipment.
Oh,
That's
God.
right. Oh, and
What a German!
That was
Oh,
a thing of beauty.
The way these superstars have been going after each other.
Dump
They're
him on
not
his
playing
head.
with kid
Oh,
gloves.
and he's going for a submission.
We knew we were going to see
He
a heck of a
knows
match,
what the
but this might
f-
turn
the
out to
family.
be how tough you are, JR. No one can
Seeing
take
Matt
this.
Icorn,
Hatred of Dan. Right.
we're actually seeing Matt Icorn show that he has more than at least 6 moves in his moveset.
Got something on their minds, King.
Oh, and I'm grabbing. That's a very vicious move in IWT.
About every move in
There's so many
IWG
people-
is vicious.
I don't think these superstars have any intention of
Yes, there's only 2 vicious moves. A single leg fucking grab. And an arm flip. Yeah, very vicious.
But I don't hear the ring bell. This
Have you ever been arm flipped loud and
Oh, many times in my career.
they hurt, don't they?
They hurt like hell, especially if you get
Oh,
them
and the
from
low blow. The
Terminator.
ref didn't see it.
every superstar
Right in the
You see
family
that low
jewel.
blow?
is able to make more sacrifices.
Oh, he's never gonna have kids again.
And he's
It really is like being married to your career. There's
jumping
not
to
much
the
room
red
for
room,
anything else.
attacking the legs. It is good strategy, Loudon.
Subject which you happen to be
Well, yeah, I believe yes, it is good strategy. Weaken the foundation of a guy, and he won't be able to do any of those high impact moves.
Oh, crossface! The crippler crossface! That we shouldn't mention.
It's the 3-day weekend.
Oh my gosh, JR! You can't go along without
And now,
coming after this.
Icon coming back.
Look
Oh,
at
and
the
he's
strike.
go for it.
Good gracious.
Who's going to win this match? But I don't want to say.
He's lifting a
I'm afraid I'll
Coca-Cola
jinx it.
can.
Come on, King.
And
Don't
oh,
tell me
we
you're
crushed him.
superstitious. Of course not, JR.
What a can crushing maneuver.
Because I know that's unlucky. I think this crowd
Crushed
is
that
gonna be
kid.
superstars
One,
of their minds,
2,
King. He's going for the cover,
and
JR.
3.
What the
Over.
fuck?
What?
That's the end of the match. Great match, guys. Awesome commentary. And fuck you, JR and King. I'm older than you. And from
What
New
were they
Jersey.
doing here?
I have no idea. They didn't help in any way.
They just made this complicated.
No,
Very.
I know, right? They were talking about the
Rematch!
First Amendment. Rematch!